Hey there, it's Dennis from BCTESLAGUY. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put the LED lighting in your Tesla. It's pretty simple. You can put it in your frunk, your trunk. You can hook it up to existing lighting like in your footwells, which I'll be doing later. This LED strip is plenty to add other additional lighting within your Tesla. So first, let's go through this one, and then I'll probably do the rear footwells and then one in the trunk as well, through using that entire strip. So let's go through that and we'll see how it goes. You need to disconnect your 12-volt battery while you're doing this. And then under the rear seat on the passenger side, the 12-volt disconnect is there as well. So we'll go through that as well. So you disconnect those two pieces and then you can begin to work on the electrical part. So let's go through it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to disconnect the 12-volt battery. So let's go ahead. You just pull off this cover here. And then a 10 millimeter to remove this nut here, and that disconnects the battery. Okay, so the next step here is we're going to pull off this cover. It just snaps on in there, so we'll just pull this up like that. And then you can see on the back side here is the switch. So you're just going to press on this and then pull. And then you can see that it actually has like a water seal there as well. There's on this side there's a line, so that's it can only go in one way. It's flat on this side and has an edge here, so that's so you don't make any mistakes hooking up incorrectly. So what we're going to do is there's a piece of tape here and tape here. We're just going to pull the tape off and then open this up and bring the wire to here, and then we're going to connect the LED strip lighting to it, and we'll just run that down like that into it. So let's get started on that, and then the last part I'll just show you is the LED strip, which is here. That's the simplest part. Okay, so now that we've got that disconnected, so the next step is to open this up. So gotta find where the tape is. I can feel it on there. So there's 3 wires here. There's a purple one which actually goes to the switch, so we're not going to be touching that one. And then we've got the orange and the gray. So from other videos that I've watched, so Max put out a really good video there. This pale color one is the positive and the gray is the negative. So we're just going to cut these. So because I'm going to be using these type of connectors, so it seals itself, and I'll just use a heat gun on it, but there's some solder underneath here. So basically you're going to run the wire through this, and then you're going to heat this up. It's going to melt the solder so you get a good connection, and then it will seal it as well. So that's what I'm going to be using on these, but I don't want them side by side because then they'll take up too much space for this thing. So I'll be putting one down here and one closer to the top so that they're kind of overlapping more like this. Hopefully you can see that. I'll demonstrate it at the end here. So I have the battery and everything's disconnected, so that's all good. So basically I'm just going to cut this. You can see that. And then I'm going to just strip away some. That side, and then some over here. So strip away both of the blacks. Now I've got lots of cable here, so what I've gonna do is I'm gonna run this down and probably back over here, and then I'm gonna zap strap it to this, to over here. So I really only need maybe that much. So I'm gonna just cut it here. Should give it a little extra. Always tuck that away. And then I'm going to go ahead and strip this. So same thing. So you see what I've done is I've folded it over, and then you just stick this through there. Make sure that your connector goes to the center where the solder is. There we go. So that's right there. So you can see what I've done is I've actually put it on there. The wire is in the center. There's going to be some solder that's activated by the heat gun, so I'll run that now. And this will close this up. So let's go ahead and do that. So black on gray, red on this, I guess it's orange. So I'll go ahead and do this, and I will mute it because it's quite loud. Okay, so that one's done. You just have to wait for it to cool down. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do the next one, which is this orange one here. So I'm going to do it more up at the top here, so it's separated a bit. Go ahead and just cut that. Pull that one off. So same thing, I'm going to connect the two reds here, the red with the orange coloring, put that together. Actually, don't forget to put this thing on. This is the longer side, so I got to put it on this side here. So we put that there. See, I'm just going to twist these together. Twist these ones together. Same thing, you're going to put the wire right in the center where the solder is. And then I'll go ahead and, so that's what it's going to look like right there. And you can see that that's all soldered. Just let it cool down just a bit. Then all we're going to do is put this covering back on. So this cover right here. So the last step here is just to tidy up the wires. You see I have this wire right here. I'm just going to run it over here. I don't want it to go through here because in this spot right here is where the latch comes down. So just run it over here on the other side of the snap piece here. And then it's all connected here. And so all you got to do is just place this back on there. And there you go. So that's all the connection part that's good. I reconnected the battery, so all that's good now. So What I'm going to show you is just how to tuck this in on the tub here. So I started with the piece that had the wire on it, and I just placed it right here, and then I ran it all the way around and tucking it underneath this edge all the way around. So you can see that it's just all the way around here. I'll go back around this side, and then we can go over here, and then you can see right here. So with this LED, normally you have lights on the top part, which is what you would normally see with an LED strip. But this brand here, if you look underneath the bottom part, it's not visible there either, but it really shines down. Let's see if I can find that. So you can see here's the bottom, and then this is the side. It's all lit up on this side, and then it's not on that side. So you want to put the back piece up against the wall here and just stick it underneath there. And what it'll do is it'll shine down like that. So I'll just go back and put this in here. And you can see I made it go all the way to the edge, and then I tucked it up so you don't see it from anywhere else. And then the only thing you can see is a little wire right there, but if you're not looking for it, you're not going to see it. So you can see it looks pretty sharp right there. Now if I was able to, let me see if I can zoom out. That's as far as it goes. So if you look there, it looks pretty sharp. So there you go. That was a quick update right there. This looks pretty sharp right now, and with the lights off. So let me go ahead and just turn off the main lights that you're seeing here. Alexa, turn off the garage lights. And there you go. So that's what it's going to look like at night. So you would basically have this closed. And when you pop it up, that's what it's going to look like. So it should make it a lot better. Alexa, turn on the garage lights. So that should make it a lot better to see what's in the frunk at night, because the only light that's available comes from the button, and that's really not enough light anyway. So, oh, there. So it just shut itself off. If you want to have it come back on, just press the button. And there it goes. It's working again, just like that. Timer will cut it off. So I believe the timer is 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, the light will turn off. And the only way that it will come back on is either you pressing that button with the trunk open or the frunk open, or creating a command, like saying open frunk, pressing the button, or pushing on the screen open the frunk, or from your app. That initiates power again, and then it's gone on a 10-minute cycle, I believe. So there you go. That was a simple one. Looking forward to adding additional LED strips to underneath the driver and passenger seat, and then some in the trunk. So if you like that, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.